So it's actually been a bit since I've had to build one of these, or just put it together is the best way to put it. I don't like using the word build because it's kind of like puzzle pieces. But everything is out of the box, still in the wrappers though. Here we have our power supply, which apparently now you need an adapter for United States power. So this is the easy part. Well, I'll jinx myself if I say it like, okay, it just snaps right in. So you just make sure it's snapped in. They used to have ones that didn't need this, but I guess this is just a cheaper way to make them and make them more universal. Plus it gives the advantage of if you want to ever go to another country, you can just buy another clip, and it's probably cheaper than buying the whole darn thing. So I'm going to put my trash to the left. I'm rolling with 2 cameras. I have a GoPro strapped to my head, and I have my cell phone recording from the side. Hopefully both of these are picking up all the action, because I do not have any camera person with me. Alright, so here's our USB cable. Set that all to the side for now. And this is our... Oh, don't want to lose that. This is our vertical mount. I don't ever use these, so I'll set that off way to the side. But yes, do not lose these. These are the most important things of this whole thing, which are our screws. Along with screws, you need to have proper screwdrivers. So I have a few. Plus, if I need more, I have more in this little neat little can here. I also have a toolbox, but I didn't want to get that out. That has different screw heads and all that, or whatever they're called. I'm not a hardware person normally. So I don't know all the proper terminology and all that, so I just put the stuff together. Got a problem with it, go watch somebody else's video. So before I get the screws out, I will get the enclosure out. So this particular one is a Vantec NexStar G, I believe that's what that says, and it's a SATA 3 6 gigabytes per second USB 3.0 hard drive enclosure. So I like this. This is actually, I think, the cheapest one that they had on Newegg. You can also get this on Amazon. But I like the stainless steel aluminum look, because I had a bunch of black ones, and I thought about getting the black stainless steel, but I'll just stick for silver for now. Mainly because I can actually write with a black permanent marker right on here what it is. And with the black one, you can't do that. I guess you could write it on the if it's white on the side. But either way, it's easier when I'm looking through a stack of hard drives, because I can label it on the side. Whoa, label it on the back, label it on the front, and then the bottom. So all right, so I already opened it up for you, but here's the main part. So pull this out, and the idea is that we are going to stick the hard drive into these 2 slots right here. So one of these is power, one of those is the data cable. So leave that like that, and again, have the screws nearby. So let's see. I bought myself, for the first time in a while, actually I think this is the first time I bought an NAS type of drive. I don't know if they're any better than the standard ones. Supposedly they are. They last longer. Has a better warranty. But let me get this out of here. Okay, so I put the paper to the side. Here is what I need to attach the enclosure. These 2 thingies, connectors right there. So it's a Seagate IronWolf NAS 6 terabyte drive, and all that good stuff. So let's find the slots and basically just plop this thing down gently, and then we're just gonna see how I have it like that, where there's still a gap right there, and it's all the way to the right here. So just slide that, make the connection, and you're gonna slide it backwards. Firm, it's in there, and if you want to look in the light to make sure there's no gaps in the connector, that helps, because you don't want to screw this in and then have to take it out. So the next part is to find the holes on the bottom right? So what you need to do is actually hold this hard drive into place, and while you're doing that, make sure the holes are aligned, which right now you can see that they are. The holes I'm referring to are right here for this particular hard drive. They could be up here if you have a different type of hard drive, but either way, you're going to make sure that the hard drive is not going to move while you're putting these screws in. Now I always get this part confused because I don't know if the long screws are for the bottom or the wide screws are for the sides. So there's screws here. Sorry, I should show you this. So once the enclosure's on, there's a screw here and there's a screw here. I'm going to save the long screws for that. This is easier if you have nails, which I thought about clipping my nails earlier, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to put the hard drive in. So just going to slide these out and use the top of the can to put those in there like that. Again, I'm going to look for the long screws versus the wide screws, the shorter wide screws, and I think there's only 2. Okay, so I'll start off with the longer screws, and if those work, then I'll use I'll use those for the hard drive, and then I'll use the shorter ones for the enclosure. Okay, so again, holding this in place so it doesn't slide out, because you don't want to break the connector. And again, looking for one of the long ones. Make sure the hole is aligned. And this might work. I know I'm using the wrong type of... No, it's not working. See, I didn't have it aligned properly. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for a smaller head. This one might work. Shoot. Again, with my left hand, I'm holding the hard drive up, and now I'm going to finger tighten these, and I might even do it for the other one. Again, making sure I'm choosing the long screws, and I purposely did this on the diagonal to get it started. See, I don't know if this is going to work. That one went in great, but this one is giving me problems. Which can happen sometimes. Hate to say it, but you know, all these mounts and all that are not universally sized. But yeah, see, that one went right in. No problem, right? So those two are great. So I really only need to do 3 technically. Yeah, that one's stuck for now. So let's see. Oh, I think this is too big of a head. No, it went a little bit. I don't want to strip the screw. So what I'll do is put one more in here. Again, finger tighten if you can to get it started. That way you can grab the screwdriver. And that is not going in either. Okay, well, that is a shame. Well, it kind of went in. It went in for the most part. That is not good enough for me. So at this point, what I could do is hold it upside down, like that, or actually right side up, I should say. and then try to get these tighter. Yeah. Or I could do it the right way and try to unscrew it and align it slightly better. And this light is making me sweat. I don't normally have to have a light on. And I know I have it on the wrong side. It should be camera side. But you know what? In this tight of a spot, I don't have the right equipment to put it in this tight of a spot to put it over this way. The room is not built for that. And I'm not going to move a ton of furniture to make it happen. So there's really not a lot of give for this. So it looks like it's a little bit off. Here's what I'll do. I'll unscrew these slightly. And then try to pull this one down to the right. Yep. It's not going to work. I can get one in this. This one looks like it's centered better. But that last one is a lost cause. So it basically went all the way in. So I may just leave that. No, I won't leave it blank. I'll screw it in as much as I can. I'll get this one to be as tight as it can be. And see, now most of them are flush. The two on the bottom are good, but this last one now is like off center pretty bad. So I don't even know if I can get it in there. Oh, it went in better than I thought it would. I'll say that much. Okay, well, I got it as good as I probably can get it. So, there we go. That's still in there. So our final step, this is the slightly easier part. Again, you want to make sure your screws are in one spot so you don't lose them. And basically, you're going to put in, let's see, the holes need to be out this way. So I actually kind of forget how this goes in. Nope, not that way. Not that way either. Good, there's only one way you can slide it in. And then once you do that, you got 2 more screws to put in. And hopefully these wide ones will work. If not, then I do still have some long ones left. By the way, depending on what kind of hard drive you have, you may need to use different screws. I'll just say that. Woo! That didn't work. Come on. I know you want to go. Go into your home. I guess I don't really need to do that. I could just start screwing it like that. Oh, come on. Well, I guess it does need the longer one. Still not going. This this is a longer one. For sure. There we go. And then this one. Let's look for one more long one. It looks like, hopefully, I don't know if I'm out of them. Alright, this one looks like another long one. Come on. Really? Nope. Maybe it's not one of the long ones. You know what? Oh, I know what I could do. I could take, if it'll work, I have to open this back up. And the one that didn't go in all the way, take that out, put one of these shorties in, and then I'll have another long screw. So the one that didn't go in all the way is this one right here. And I'll set this one off to the side so I don't get it confused with the other ones. I should have did that with this screw. This might not go in though. That's the thing. Oh, it went in. Okay. There we go. And that went in all the way actually. So I'm wondering if, so I don't want to chance it on that one. So I'll just leave that as is, put this back in. Make sure yep, it's still recording. And then now we have two long screws. And actually, even if you really, well, you really shouldn't do that. But there we go. Now this one. And actually, before you do this last part, it might be smart to test out the hard drive. But because I'm trying to do this like how it normally would be if everything is ideal, which as you saw was not the case. Uh-oh. Are we seriously having another problem? Here it is. Here's the proper screw, I think. This is part of the fun. There we go. See, if you give up, you'll never finish it. So there we go. So the last step is you got your power supply here, right? This goes in, and then I'm not going to take this off because I don't really need it. Well, I have other USB cables, but then that goes in like that. This part goes into your computer. Turn the off switch to the on position. And then actually I'm going to finish this tutorial by showing you what to do with the software, because there's a way, especially with these larger hard drives, to get it so that you will hopefully run into less problems later on. So I'll show you that on a screen capture right now.